Hello everyone, this is Bodhi, and welcome back to another episode on the Cornerstone SMP. We are now on episode 8, which is absolutely amazing. We have been flying through this series. I'm just so full of inspiration to play on this server, and I've been having a blast. And today is no exception. We have a lot of plans for today's episode, and I'm super excited to get started. So, but before I fill you guys in on any of those, I was thinking we go take a trip over to the shopping district on the server, because in last episode, if you didn't see that, we built up our beacon shop. So I would really like to see if we've made any sales over there, and also just check if there's any new shops, because sometimes they're just popping up all over the place. So let's go ahead and head over to the shopping district. Okay guys, we're over at the shopping district now, and I want to avoid spoiling any other people's episodes as best as I can. So all I'm gonna say here is that the roads and the entrance have started to be worked on, so I don't want to show too much of that in case it makes its way into other people's episodes. But so I'm just going to show off my shops, and we're going to avoid turning around here. Anyway, I have made a bone sale. Okay, someone paid a diamond for half a stack. I guess you can technically do that. I wasn't planning on having people do that, but I'll take it, I guess. I also started selling coal here, like I said I was going to. No sales yet. I don't know if people really need fuel at this point. Probably working off their early game mining coal. But anyway, I hope we'll make some sales with that eventually. But here is the big reveal, the beacon shop. Let's see how much we've made over here. Ooh, okay. So, we were selling these at a diamond block per beacon, and we made 6 diamond blocks. That is actually, that's really cool, because, let's check this out. I just want to, avoid doing any math here. I'm too lazy, but, that's 54 diamond blocks, or 54 diamonds and 6 diamond blocks. That is quite a lot. Let's craft these back up and, throw them into our storage here. So yeah, this is our diamond collection for the season so far. Obviously, we've spent some of it, we've used some of it on tools and stuff like that, but we're making some good diamond profits. Yeah, so I'll throw that back into the ender chest here. And yeah, I don't want to show off too much of the shopping district right now until Lemon and Hicks get out their videos on it. So but yeah, so because of that, let's go ahead and head back to the base where we can talk about what we're going to do in today's episode. Alright, we're back at the base now, and before we talk about what we're going to do today, let me show you guys some stuff that I did off camera, work on the base, and a few other things. So, I did a live stream or two since the last episode came out, and since I started this recording, and so, yeah, as you can see pretty easily, we have some more paths coming along here. I fixed up some of the paths and added some more distance to them. So as you can see, this one comes along this way and now links up over here. So we don't have really anywhere for it to go past the trading hall yet. But if we go through the trading hall here, we can see that it also links up on the other side coming up this way. And I love the way this path looks with the border and like the lanterns on the fences, and then the grass around it. And then we also linked it up to this building right here, the villager breeder, which we currently have turned off. But anyway, we also linked the path over through the farmland area, which is looking cool as well. Really quickly, let me show you guys that. Yeah, so as you can see, we like made it flow through between the different patches of wheat and sugarcane. And then we also did some streams where we gathered up some resources, being both in the end and the nether. We sort of got into a netherite mining competition with Will PJA. He was on the server, and I noticed that he had a ton of netherite, and I wanted to get ahead of him again. So as you can see on the tab menu, I have mined 109 ancient debris. Unfortunately, he still came out on top, and he's a little bit ahead of us. But we still got a ton, and it's really crazy. We used some TNT to blast through the nether. Also, as you can see from this ridiculous amount of shulker shells, I did an end rating session in collaboration with Alex79, who isn't online right now, but he is a member of the server, as you guys may know. So we got some elytras as well, and we split the loot that we got. So I took 2, he took 2, and we also have some extra elytras in here, as you can see. And then, let's see what else. We also got a ton of shulker shells, like I was saying. So super productive streams. Tune in on the Twitch channel if you guys want to check those out. And then also, yeah, so now we can talk about our plans for this episode, right? So I want to start farming up a resource that is going to be super useful to us. It's one of the most useful things in Minecraft. Or I don't know about that, but it's great to have a reliable source of it. So I want to start farming up some ice, because we're gonna need ice for tons of things in this world. You can use ice for moving items around. You can use ice for pathways in the nether, where you can ride boats on packed ice, and blue ice for super speed, which is gonna be really great. And so yeah, I want to start farming ice. I want to make an industrial ice farm. But that's not going to be able to be built here because it doesn't snow in this area. We have to go to a snowy biome like snowy taiga or a frozen ocean or something like that to make this farm. So, without further ado, let's go and try and find an area like that, and then I'll see you guys when we, here we are in a snowy tundra biome, as it looks like. And man, I really love the snowy parts in Minecraft. We might have to do a little bit more building in these areas, especially with like the holiday season coming up around this time in a few months. Yeah, I just really like the snow in Minecraft. It's cool. I also like the snow in real life, but unfortunately I don't get to see it too often. Anyway, we're not here to do any crazy builds. We're here to make an ice farm. So we have to find a suitable location, and the best spot that we're going to want to find is just a flat area. And as you can see, a lot of this area is very flat, but we're going to want to keep it on the same Y level. So we might have to do some just some landscaping to level an area out. So I'm not really sure how to start this off, but I think I'm going to do it in the form of a time lapse. Might do some of the building on stream. And I gathered up some of the resources before coming over here. First of all, it's funny, I actually gathered up a lot of ice to build this ice farm. We won't have any problems getting ice once it's done, but I had to go over to like a frozen ocean and grab some. Because the ice is actually going to be a building block that we use in the farm, oddly enough. I'm not sure how much of it we'll use, but and then aside from the ice, we'll also be using a lot of wood to like waterlog stairs and waterlog stairs and slabs, and then also we need a bunch of the signs to keep the water from flowing. And then finally I brought some dirt and grass so that we can, like I said, landscape this area and make it flat if we need to. But yeah, I think we're looking pretty good preparation wise, so why don't I just kick things off and show you guys the time lapse of this farm being put together, and see you guys after that is done. check it out. We are flying back in now over our newly built ice farm, and this thing is working absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse of it. I want to say I enjoyed building it, but honestly, it got a little bit tedious at some points. But I mean, that's part of the grind of Minecraft, so I'm glad it came together how it did. I had a really good time building this up on stream. I got to chat with some people, and it was a good time. So if you guys want to tune in to the next stream, go ahead and follow my Twitch link down below, as always. And yeah, let's talk about how this farm works. I should mention that it's a design by Nembomb, and I'll have the link in the description, obviously. So if you guys want to use it for yourselves, you can. There are a few slight modifications because it has been updated a little bit, but it's nothing too big. So first of all, we basically flow through these water streams here that are under the slabs, and we go back and forth, zigzagging across the farm while we're AFK, and we swipe and we hold down our thing, and it takes out the ice. And then the ice can get collected in our inventory or in the water streams and get taken to a storage system way over there. Okay, so and basically, we can AFK this thing for as long as we want, and that is thanks to this little contraption right here that basically lets us come through if we're AFK, place our pickaxe in there, and then it gets taken out by a snowball and ends up in this chest. For some reason, there's a spruce slab in there, not sure why. Anyway, we actually were able to get some villagers to trade with, that if we combine 2 pickaxes, we get the perfect pickaxe, so that's pretty cool. So, and I actually brought some over right now. And also the nice thing is, this farm is not the full length that it could be. We could always expand it. So, 1 pickaxe does not actually, it can be used twice. As you can see, this one I used to do a full run through. And speaking of full run throughs, let's go back to the base and check out how much ice we got from doing this farm only 1 time. Okay, back at the base, and if we take a look into our ice chest here, you can see that we have collected quite a lot of it. And I think some of this we had before we did the run through, but I did a count, and from 1 run through, I think we got around 37 stacks of ice. So that's around right here, I believe. So that is a pretty good amount to have for 1 singular run through of the farm, considering it could even be longer if we want to go back and make it a bigger farm later on. But anyway, moving on from the ice farm, we do have a little bit of time left in this episode, and I have some ideas for little projects we can do to finish this off. So one of the things I want to get done is an iron farm, because I am almost down to my last stack of iron. I have this and 1 more stack, so we're running very low, and it's something that I'm gonna need. It's something that pretty much everyone needs in Minecraft, so I think that I'm going to be building one up shortly here. However, I think I want to do that on a stream and not time-lapse it the same way I did with the ice farm, so you guys probably will just see the finished product. But there is one other thing that I want to do in today's episode that won't take very long, but that will help us out, I think, quite a bit, and that is to build a really small temporary shop in the shopping district to sell some of our rather useful goods. So let's head over there. Okay, over in the server shopping district now, and we are here to build up a very quick little shop. And I know I've already built 2 shops, but this one right here is going to be very simple. It's just going to be like a little shop. It might even be a temporary shop. I'm not planning on stocking it throughout the entire season, but I feel like we can provide some useful stuff to the server members right now. So as you can see from the blocks in my inventory, we're going to be building with endstone, bricks, and purpur, and it's just like a really simple little end shop, because I have a few extra elytras, and I also have an absolute ton of shulker shells, and I really don't need all of those. So I want to sell some of them to the server members who don't have them yet. So I think we can actually probably just build this up in 1 quick clip here. Let's go ahead and turn a bunch of these into slabs, and let's turn some of these into slabs as well. And then we're also going to want some endstone walls. Okay, so basically, the size of this thing is going to be, I think it's like 6 by 5, so we can just build it like right over here, I think, yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be 5 wide, and then 6 deep. And, you know what, let's just move it over 1 so that it's not looking like, like it's on the edge here. And then for the floor, we're just going to place down some end stone. Hopefully I'm getting the dimensions of this right. I don't remember exactly. But anyway. Once we put that down, then we're just going to surround it with some end stone walls. Like so. And then I thought instead of using end stone walls to support the little roof, we could actually use some end rods. That would be kind of cool, right? Let's just get up here and start off the roof. So for this part of the roof, we're going to have some per slabs, and then I think then we step it up one, although that's gonna have to be a slab, and then we step it up one more, and that's also gonna have to be a slab, and then take out this and do the same trick with the end rods. Oh, not really a trick. But just like that, and then we're gonna continue this across sort of like in a stripe pattern, just like it's sort of like a little medieval marketplace stall, but not medieval, because the block palette we're using is pretty weird, and these colors don't exactly look the best. I'm gonna be honest, it's not like the prettiest looking shop, but if someone sees this, they're obviously gonna be able to tell what the shop is selling. Without even thinking twice, it's gonna be pretty obvious that this is selling something related to the end. And if we can go ahead and now grab some shulkers, we'll just use these ones. We can place them down here, like so, and bam. Now let's drop the sign. I think we're gonna call this the Ender Starter. Welcome to the Ender Starter. Because it's sort of like it play on the Ender farm, but it's to get started with end resources. So there you go. Anyway, stock varies with avail. That's not gonna fit, is it? With availability. Hopefully, I'm spelling that right. Okay. And then. Yeah, so basically that just means it might not always be stocked, but we have all of our resources to stock it right here. So if we get our valuables and our gear, we have some extra elytra. I don't want to sell all of my elytra because I want to have some backup ones, but for example here, I'll have some elytra, and then we'll also be selling some shulker shells. But yeah, anyway, it's a really quick little shop. I think I'll go ahead and get it stocked and then catch you guys back over at the base. Alright, back at base, and I'll just fill you guys in. I ended up selling the elytras for 15 diamonds each. So, and they also already come with the enchantments on them because I have enough mending and unbreaking, so I figured I'd just give those to people. And then the shulker shells are selling for 3 diamonds for 2 shells. So it's basically 3 diamonds per shulker box, which I feel like is a fair price at this point. But anyway, moving on from the shop, hopefully that'll make us some good sales, or some good sales. Let's check out a few things we have going on at the base here, because like I said, I wanted to do a live stream to make an iron farm, and we ended up getting that done. And you can't see it from here, but cool thing right here, we also got a skeleton horse that we found near the spawn chunks. Red Stranger had found a couple. But anyway, this beacon over here was so that we could mine out an area inside of this hill right here. And we actually have a way to look at the iron farm. It's connected to our little villager breeding area, which is overcrowded with villagers right now. But if we go through here, as you can see, in this area right here, oh, and perfect, we have 2 iron golems falling down into the lava. So, if I go ahead and break through the glass here, so that we can just take a look at this thing. This was, based on a design by Logical Geek Boy. Of course, it's very simple, it's nothing too complicated. I basically doubled it up, added, 2 villager pods instead of 1, so that we have double the iron coming out. If we want to turn the farm off, we just click that lever, and I'll leave a link in the description to Logical Geek Boy's video. He has a video where he goes over a ton of designs, and this is one of the most simple ones, because, to be honest, this isn't going to be, we're not going to be selling iron or anything like that. This is more for personal use for ourselves, so that we can supply ourselves with iron, and especially the iron blocks to make the beacon bases. Because as you can see outside, we had to use emerald blocks since that's what we had the most of. But now we have no shortage of iron because I did an AFK session overnight at this farm, just stood inside that little hole right there. And let's check out how much we got. Okay, so one chest full of the loot. Eventually I should make a sorting system that gets rid of the poppies and composts them or just sorts them. But yeah, the iron is looking pretty good. And then we also have some in this chest right here. And then not to mention we have almost a full chest. Actually, pretty much a full chest this right here. So, that is a ton of iron. I'm not going to take the time to count all that out, but we definitely have enough. We definitely have enough to make several stacks of iron blocks, which is wonderful. So yeah, that was just one thing that I wanted to show you guys before we end off the episode. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this iron farm was built, and I had a good time building it up on stream. Well, guys, that is unfortunately going to have to be it for today's episode. We got a crazy amount done. Like, let's talk about that ice farm we built. That thing is big, and honestly, it might become even bigger as we expand it. But after that, we built up another farm, the iron farm, which is already producing like crazy. So I'm super happy with that. And not to mention, we also got that little shop in to sell our Ender goodies to the server members. Gotta make sure to announce that to them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed building these farms. So if you did enjoy, please be sure to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe for more Cornerstone content coming soon. And I do want to shout out my Twitch one more time. Go check the link in the description below because we are streaming on there pretty often now with all of our projects on Cornerstone. Having a great time chatting with viewers and building up those farms, so go check that out. But without further ado, guys, this has been Bodhi, and I will go ahead and see you all in the next episode.